got shot. She died a week or so later. When the police showed up, they verbally attacked the police like the police did it.
Okay, I do remember this one. Yep.
Okay. 3 weeks before that, I'm at the church. I'm hearing shots. Stop, go by there. The police responded. 14-year-old boy gets shot in the face, drive by. They're attacking the police. So I say to the young lady, well, let me understand this. Did the police shoot the boy? Well, no. My point is, we have created such a hostile environment that the aspects of law enforcement that you need, even when it shows up, you got a negative attitude with it. So we've created a system of, it's just toxic right now, period. And so the lack of fear and respect, not just for the police, but for anybody, and even self-respect, has diminished to, I was around here when it was Minneapolis, but the attitudes have shifted greatly even from that.
Totally different. I know. And how do you fix that? It's like it's so deep. It's So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
So very violent weekend. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. This is an extremely violent weekend in Minneapolis. You've been on the streets responding to these events. You've talked to the families. How do you react to a weekend like this in Minneapolis?
The sad reality for me is this isn't new. I've been doing it for so long, and that's the problem. It's not new for me, and it's not new for a lot of people in our community. If they say stupidity is defined as doing the same thing twice and expecting a different result. And I first say to our community, the power is in our hands to deal with this. Yes, we need help from government, law enforcement, etc. But as a community, we have to make the first step. One, it's got to be something that we're all saying, this is unacceptable. Then beyond us collectively as a community saying it's unacceptable, then we got to start dealing with the people in our family and within our circle that we have influence with on talking to them about the nonsense. It can't be comfortable that they hide the guns and stuff in your house, and you know it, and you do nothing about it. You have the opportunity to try to talk it down or hype it up. And then many times in our community, we have people hyping it up rather than putting it down. We have to get back to our families, dealing with our families, dealing with our kids, brothers, sisters, on how detrimental this thing is right now. And so as we're doing that as a people, then government got to be for real. We know that crime and violence is connected to poverty. Poverty of spirit, poverty of mind, poverty of purpose, which also is connected to lack of education. And so if we're not going to be at churches, masjids, be it school systems, be it all branches of government, get serious about this, it will continue to happen. So we might see, things get low for a minute and then we get comfortable. The tragedy that you have right now is people are hollering tougher sentences. Well, how did that work last time? It didn't. It made it worse. And so we're willing to do our part with intervention and try to share with them young men and young women there's some different things you can do. We understand what you're going through, but you can't do this. You can't. And I know for me and many that are like-minded, we're tired of the bodies. I'm tired of the funerals. I'm just sick of them. I'm funeraled out and hospitaled out. Some days I just don't want to run to it anymore. I'm just mentally exhausted from it. And so those are the things I believe that we got to do. The community, us as a people, we got to step up collectively and say enough is enough. 2, start dealing with the people in our houses and in our circle of influence, and then getting them the services that they need with the help of the government, etc. And then we've got to make sure that our systems of government don't become so punitive that all they want to do is throw everybody in jail and under jail. It starts at home. That's why I say we got to do it. Again, some of those things may be true. Let me give you a couple of examples. Like one young man a few years ago, he's in the car, his kid gets killed. He knows who's doing it, but he won't testify. What you gonna do like that? Okay, so when you point fingers, let's make sure we got all of the correct info, because everybody is part of the problem. That's why I say that as a people, it starts with us. We got to want different for ourselves. We got to want different. Men, you got to stand up. Men, you got to stand up. Go get your son. Go get your daughter. This young man the other day was acting a little crazy at the gas station. His mother pulled up and put him in the car and took off with him. Well, he came back 30 minutes later, but at least she pulled up. And that's why I tell people, don't always blame these parents, because some of these parents are doing all that they can. But if you got that dad that brings that balance as well, we can beat this together. We can beat it together. And my message to the highs and the lows, be it South Side, be it St. Paul, y'all, we got to stop this. We're killing each other. And the only thing that we're doing is digging a bigger hole for ourselves when opportunities is out there now like I've never seen. When this was Murderapolis, you did not see job opportunities like it is today. You got to want something different. You got to want it, and then you got to go get it. And we're willing to help in any way we can.